Hi, Albert here with Mainland Cycle Center. Today we're going to take a look at the 2017 KTM 350 SXF. So a few little changes to the 350 SXF for 2017, and most of the SX line gets these same changes for 2017. So first thing is the new front fork. So we have the new air front fork. So this bike's going to come with a digital air gauge and air pump to put air in the fork. Now KTM has done this a little differently. Even when there's no air in the forks are not going to collapse, and that was really important to KTM. They didn't want a fork that was going to lose all support. So it's got basically a chamber in there that holds some pressure all the time, and then you're just adjusting the pressure for basically your preload, because it's basically an air spring. But this new fork is 3.1 pounds lighter than the previous 4CS fork that was on the KTMs. The other thing they did to give them some little less weight is now these upper brackets here. These were steel, now they're aluminum. So that took out something like 66 grams, something like that. Also, of course, with the 2017s, you've got the no dirt foot pegs, they call them. So these foot pegs are really open and spacey, so that they won't clog up with dirt easily, which would keep the foot peg in the right position. And part of what they're talking about is, I guess, they had someone who the foot peg got stuck up in a race. And also the no dirt shift lever. So now they've taken some material out of in here that keeps this lever from getting fouled with dirt there. Let's see what else. New softer spring on the back. New brake pads. The brake pads have a little less initial bite, so a little smoother braking action on them. Also the upper triple clamp, not the triple clamp, but the handlebar clamp. Let's see if we can kind of pull this. So on previous model bikes, the upper triple clamp these bottom two clamps were connected with a crossbar. So now the bottom ones are separate, and there is a small bridge across the top, and so they just changed the flex characteristics there. And also these handlebars now are rubber mounted. You still have two positions you can flip these clamps to move the bars forward or back. You can move them forward from where they are now, it looks like. And then also the hour meter is now standard, mounted right to the top of the triple clamp on the 2017s. Let's see what else. Of course, chromoly steel frame on these, CNC billet triple clamps as opposed to cast triple clamps. High-end Excel rims, CNC machined wheel hubs. Of course, the Brembo front brake caliper, Brembo clutch master cylinder, Brembo front brake master cylinder. Also new for the 2017 models standard is you have traction control and launch mode. So you've got this little button, this little panel here to operate those. So that is new for 17. Let's see what else. Aluminum swing arm. Of course, has the same body work as we had last year on the SXs. So the new longer seat. Just very streamlined, very good looking. The case here on the clutch cover is designed so that as you rub on here, it really gives it a little more attractive look with this raised area on it. Doesn't just look all scratched up, hopefully. Of course, this is a 4-stroke dual overhead cam, 4-valve motor, fuel injected, and electric start on this bike. So KTM is really they've been doing that now for several years. With the lightness of the batteries, lithium batteries, and really small, the electronics have improved so much that the starter motor is not that big and not that heavy. And so by removing the kickstart gears and the boss for those gears off of the crankcase, that shaft and all that stuff was quite heavy. So it kind of offsets the weight by removing the kickstarter and adding the electric start. Of course, electric start is very nice. And they've proven to be real good. We haven't had any real problems with those at all. They've done really, really well. Also, you have the ODI bolt-on grips. So you've got a little billet fitting here, like a little sleeve that the grip slides over, and that has a pinch bolt there that locks that grip on really tight. And then of course on this side you would just change the whole sleeve. So when you could buy a new set of grips, and you can very easily change out a grip and without having to wire tie them and that kind of thing. Really nice. Finally, grip changes are nice and easy without having to glue and wait for glue to set up and dry and clean the handlebar real good, all just to replace a torn grip. Let's see what else. Galfer lightweight rotors, so premium rotors. That's one of the things you really get with the KTM is premium parts on these bikes. Very, very high quality. Brembo rear brake, master cylinder, Brembo rear brake. Of course, this has the linkage type rear suspension. But you know, they really like this 350. KTM does. It's one of the most popular SX bikes that's sold on the market today. They really talk about it having the lightness and size of a 250, but really close to the same power as a 450. So a lot of people really like the power characteristics of the 350 SXF. All right, well, that's a look at the KTM 2017 350 SXF. We are Mainland Cycle Center. We're located in Marque, Texas. We're about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45. You can find us online at mainlandcyclecenter.com, by phone at 409-948-4969, and we would just love it if you'd give us a call, shoot us an email, or even better, come by and see us in person here at Mainland Cycle Center, where we'd love to help any way that we can. Hey, thanks for watching.